I just want to carry on from where I left off. I was talking about the coronavirus and talking about just the sheer mayhem that's going on at the moment and this lockdown, which I think is going to do more harm than good. Um, there was one thing that I said in that video, and it was when I was talking about people losing their purpose and losing a sense of meaning in their life. I think that this whole lockdown thing will trash the global economy. It'll bring it down into a depression, and it'll just completely destroy people's businesses. It'll destroy people's career opportunities. It'll destroy people's hopes and dreams. And that's the thing that bothers me. Well, it doesn't bother me, but it's what I think about lately. Um, and I just think that that is going to cause a lot of problems. Forget the virus. The virus will cause this much of an issue, but the actual aftermath of this whole entire fiasco will cause something much bigger than that. And I just think that look at what happened with Margaret Thatcher in the 80s. The baby boomers and the Gen Xers will remember that. I don't remember it, I'm a bit too young, but the Gen Xers and the baby boomers will remember what Margaret Thatcher did to the mining communities and how she caused mass unemployment all around the country to working class people. And she destroyed industry, and communities never recovered from that. Even to this day, a lot of those communities have never recovered from that. They went from being strong together communities to communities that were just plunged into toxicity and chaos. There was a massive rise in crime, unemployment, substance abuse, like drug addictions and all sorts of different social problems. And that's nothing compared to what I think will happen if the global economy collapses from coronavirus, because it won't just be this country; it'll be countries all around the world. There'll be so much lack of opportunity out there. Right at the moment, nobody's thinking about that. I don't think people are just trying to get through this whole lockdown fiasco, and they sort of think everything's going to return to normal afterwards. But I don't see it like that. I think that the longer this goes on, the more likely it is that this whole thing is going to cause big problems in the future. And I think that it's something that the government have got to think about, because if they don't think about it, they're going to end up shit creek without a paddle. And I just think it's going to cause a lot of problems on a large scale of that nature. And I'm not affected by lockdown. I'm not affected by it at all. I'm handling it pretty well. I kind of enjoy the solitude and the peace and quiet. It's beautiful. I've always been somebody who, don't get me wrong, I'm a sociable person. I have a laugh, and I love having a laugh and that. But I also love a lot of solitude as well. And this whole lockdown thing has provided me more opportunity to have the solitude that I like. And but for most people, it's not like that. For most people, it's hard getting through this whole solitude thing, and it's only going to get harder. The longer it goes on, the more people are going to start to get antsy. They're going to start to get agitated, and they're going to start, and eventually, there's going to be people going out onto the streets causing trouble. They're just going to go absolutely berserk. There's no way they're going to carry this on for much longer. And when that happens, the police will be brought in and the military to try and curb it down. and it's just going to cause mayhem. I think, you know, it's happened in the past when there's been hurricanes, you know, and people have been told to stay behind closed doors, and they can only do it for a certain amount of time, and then after a short period of time, they just go ape shit. They go absolutely haywire, and that's what um that's what I think will happen with this if they don't bring us off lockdown. I think that we're going to end up being in this sort of situation where there's a lot of crime and a lot of trouble, and it's going to be very difficult for the government to control. And it's not just going to be in this country either, it's going to be all around the world. So all around the world are going to start having those types of problems. And yeah, that's it's just nothing else to say really other than that. That's I just wanted to add that on to my video from before. Let us know what you think in the comment section below.